How y'all doing today? This is Rich from Rich TV Live, and I just wanted to come live because there's just so much news. Yo, Dan, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? I wanted to go live because there's just so much news, man. And yeah, go live from my new pad. I'm in the forest, in the jungle. How you doing, Jessica? So much stuff going on today. Chat rooms are just blowing up. And I thought, you know what? Let's just go live with it. Let's go live for the people, man. People need some type of a form of communication. So let's give them that. So yeah, I'm here. Anthony Alvarez, what's up, bro? Hudson Stobie, hey Rich, seriously consider buying stocks from Xena. Not a bad idea. Fat Nut says, go live, baby. That's what we've been waiting for. Spit that fire. Samson Tai, your first like. Thank you very much. We got 5 likes so far, 9 people watching. I like the ratio. Thank you guys for the likes. Appreciate it. Mark Pepper, how you doing, Mark? Dan the IT guy says ACB got downgraded today. Yeah, buying opportunity. I mean, okay, so let's talk about it. You're a huge institution. You put an upgrade on the stock. Stock doesn't go up. You look stupid. An entire quarter goes by, the stock still doesn't go up. What are you going to do? Naturally, you have to downgrade the stock. So that's what happened. If Aurora explodes on this next bull run that's coming, and it's coming, you think that they're not going to upgrade them again? Guaranteed, after it explodes and it goes to $13 to $15, they're going to upgrade them, at which point in time it'll be too late. But this is just the way these institutions do it because they have to protect their image in front of their investors. They don't want to look like they're wrong. So instead of holding that price, they downgrade it so that they don't look stupid. Because if you're saying, oh, we got a $15 price target and Aurora's at $9, you clearly don't look like you know what you're doing. So you have no choice but to downgrade the stock. Chris Sifreed says, I'm bleeding pretty bad. What are you buying? Anthony Alvarez says, what about that deal Curaleaf just did buying Grassroots for $875 million? I think it's huge. And Curaleaf is a great company, so clearly Curaleaf has done well ever since the news. Yeah, Dan the IT guy says, they said it was due to them spending too much money. Well, last time I looked, they've always been spending too much money. Has nothing changed? Aurora's been spending too much money since day one, and Canopy Growth has been spending too much money since day one. And now you're going to downgrade them because they're spending too much money? They've been spending too much money for 2.5 years since we've been talking about them. Chris Deering says ACB was downgraded from 10 to 8, wasn't it? Still love it, but they aren't getting the best press lately. Well, that's just a buying opportunity for anyone who wants to get into Aurora. Now's the time to get in cheap. Who bought back into BTC at 9,200? This guy. Good job, Dan. Scott Norris says, Rich bought more MedMen today at 286. Too good to pass up. Come on, MedMen. Yeah, that's a great price. Good entry. I love the way you guys are trading, man. You guys trading is getting so good. So freaking good. You guys are buying bottoms. You guys are selling tops. I had people tell me today they sold Suniva and they were thanking me. And I'm like, man, I should have sold Suniva. You know, it is what it is. You know what, Chris? You've been here a lot. I'm going to make you a moderator, man. Thank you for all your support. So I'm going to add you as a moderator. You join the team of moderators here, the squad. John Hughes. What's up, John? I'm doing great today. Hope everybody else is doing great today. I literally left $6,000 on the table today. $4,600 on Saniva and about 1,500 on ZMA. I didn't even know ZMA exploded. But Zuma Away travel, guys. I owe it to Justin, the Rain Man of Rich TV Live. He told us all about Zuma Away travels at 2 cents. Today it hit 5 cents with huge news, huge volume, and it's still at 4.5 cents. It was up 80% today. I'm up nicely on it. Thank you, Justin, for your picks, man. You are just a beast. Anthony Alvarez says, Rich, I'm looking to buy more Zenabis. What price are you looking to buy it at, Anthony? Big Zini says, salute, Rich. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Samson Tai says, I guess a lot of people will sell the overvalued weed and ACB and move to Zena. I mean, there's so many stocks to look at. So you can't just assume they're all going to move to Zena, but Zena definitely has a lot of potential and it's at a very good price. John Hughes says, good luck, Rich, with your recent buys. I appreciate it. And I want to wish you guys the best of luck with all of your buys as well. Nutica says, will ZMA go up tomorrow? You know what? I might read some of their news. Chris Deering says, haha, awesome. And hey, anything Zena is a great buy anytime at these prices. Anthony Alvarez says, I'll buy at 110. Yeah, that would be a good entry. Yeah, there's no rush to buy anything, guys. Just be patient, find your bottoms, find your dips. We're in the summertime. Markets are going to be relatively slow. You can see the volume is really slow. I don't really feel that we're going to see a huge rush of volume and liquidity in the securities in this entire sector until September. There will be some sneak attacks like BILZ had a huge run. Neptune Wellness has had a huge run. Right now we're seeing junior miners, gold and silver stocks are having huge runs. First Majestic Silver had a huge run. Fiore Gold, one of my picks for this month, has had a huge run. So there's going to be runs all the time. But overall, the sectors, the whole stock market is relatively slow overall because we're in the middle of the summertime. Everybody with money's on vacation. They're with their families. They're just enjoying the summer because they know that there's, 6 weeks left until September. And at that point in time, it's game on. So in September, we're going to see a huge rush of money go back into the markets. For now, you can just pick and pop, buy low, sell high, make some money. It's almost easy to trade right now. There's not as much volatility. A lot of stocks are trading sideways. They go up a little bit, they go down a little bit. But in September, you're going to see some huge moves, like huge moves. Dan, the IT guy says, I will just wait in cash and jump in before ACB goes boom. That's the way to trade, bro. Anthony Alvarez says, I want another 5,000 shares. That's a good amount, brother. Nutica says, next Zena earnings is going to surprise a lot of people, especially if they have that 30 million from Tilray in there. That's going to be epic. So yeah, I'm excited for the next earnings. John Hughes says, Zena is a beast. I agree. I love him. I own 25,140 shares, I think. It's a good amount. I'm happy with that. Anthony Alvarez says, Rich, what are your favorite extraction companies? You know, it's funny that you asked that question. I got some news to read for you guys. I'm going to tell you my favorite extraction company right now, my number one. You ready? So there's some big news today, and I got to give it up to Leo the Landscaper for making me aware of this. Like, you guys make me aware of the news now. I don't even have to go and read the news. You guys make me aware of the news on all social media. It's like I'm getting alerts all day long. So MediPharm Labs, my number one extraction stock. I own 2,600 shares and I want more. MediPharm Labs conditionally approved to graduate to the TSX. MediPharm Labs has been approved to graduate to the TSX. Thank you, stock gods, for our daily bread. Thank you. MediPharm Labs Corp on the TSXV under the symbol LABS, on the OTCQX under the symbol IF, and in Frankfurt, Germany under the symbol MLZ. MediPharm Labs, or the company, a global leader in specialized research-driven cannabis extraction, distillation, purification, and cannabinoid Isolation is pleased to announce it has received conditional approval from the Toronto Stock Exchange, TSX, to graduate from the Toronto Venture Exchange, TSXV, and list its common shares on the TSX under the symbol LABS. Huge news. Love this news. We're thrilled to have qualified to uplist to the TSX. This is an important step for the MediPharm Labs team and our shareholders. And guess what's next, guys? The senior exchange in America. Mark my words, that is coming next, and that will be epic for Labs, said Patrick McCutcheon, Chief Executive Officer of MediPharm Labs. We have achieved significant growth and strong performance since we first began trading last October to become a top revenue-generating cannabis company in Canada. As we focus on executing on ambitious global growth strategy, this graduation will also allow us to expand our investor audience and improve the liquidity of our shares. Final approval of the listing is subject to certain customary conditions, which the company intends to fulfill by July 23rd, 2019. So by next week, they are on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Big news. Big news. Now, let's look at Zuma Away Travel. This is a penny stock, guys, so be careful with penny stocks. They're highly risky. However, this is a penny stock that was brought to us by Justin, and he brought it to us when it was at 2 cents. It hit 5 cents today, so 150% up since he brought it to us first. You are a beast, Justin. Wherever you are, buddy, wherever you are watching, you are a beast, man. You were right about this again. So they're at 4.5 cents in Canada, up 80%, and traded 2.7 million shares. Wow. And let's read the news. It blew up from 2.5 cents to 5 cents today. So Zuma Away trading halted. So they had their stock halted. And it was halted due to this agreement. Let me just break this news down to you guys. ZMA is the symbol in Canada. Let's read the news. Zuma Away Travel Inc., TSXV, Toronto Stock Exchange, Venture Exchange, ZMA. The company, the website is zoomaway.com. And guys, I'm reading all of this at www.richtvlive.com. So please go to richtvlive.com, learn to do your research there, and subscribe for updates. So every time we go live or every time we have any breaking news, you guys can actually get that sent right into your inbox right away, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We love YouTube, but for whatever reason, YouTube does not send push notifications to every member of our community, probably because it's so big. So not everybody gets alerted when we're live. If you want to get alerted when we're live, sign up at www.richtvlive.com, subscribe, and every time we're live, you'll get a push notification. So zoomaway.com, an innovator in the hospitality technology sector, is pleased to announce it has entered into an agreement with one of the world's largest technology companies. This is big. This collaboration will expedite the company's development of Zoomed Out, the team's ability to recreate real-world locations in a mobile environment that works seamlessly with the Unity game engine are now greatly enhanced. With access to one of the world's largest geodata repositories, the development team will have endless exposure to millions of locations all over the world. Pursuant to the terms of the agreement, the company must wait to release the name of the provider and the terms of the agreement. The proposed announcement is awaiting approval from the legal departments. Oh my goodness. When that goes out, this thing could double again. Sean Schaefer, who I've interviewed on Rich TV Live, CEO of Zuma Away Travel, beamed. Needless to say, I am very excited and blown away that not only this technology and all of the amazing support that comes with it, but to be recognized by this corporation is a really big deal. I am anxious to release more details to our shareholders. All of the pieces necessary to bring this product to market as soon as we can are falling into place. And we actually contacted Sean, said, Sean, you got all this news, get on our show. He said, guys, let me get the news out and we'll set up a time. Let's do it. The revenue projections are impressive with zoomed out. As more details become available, I will share them with our followers. So that's the news. If you want to learn a little bit about Zuma Away Travel, about us, Zuma Away Inc., a Nevada company, provides leading hotels, golf resorts, ski resorts, and activity providers with a seamless, scalable, and fully integrated technology platform that allows for the discounted packaging of lodging, ski, golf, activities, and attractions. It seamlessly integrates into client websites, providing their customers with a real-time, one-stop shop for all of their travel and recreational needs. I love it. Travel Game Canada Co. is a Zuma Away Travel Inc. subsidiary company dedicated to housing new projects in the digital games. The company's first project is Zoomed Out, which can be seen at zoomedout.io. To receive more detail or investor level information, you can contact Sean at zoomaway.com. About 08 Studios Inc. So these guys got a lot of projects going on for a 4.5-cent stock. 08 Studios, based in Reno, Nevada, specializes in new and innovative games and technology platforms with a focus on social gaming and almost 2 decades of experience building countless game titles, gaming platforms, and various technologies. The 08 Studios team has assisted dozens of AAA publishers, large clientele, manufacturers, and casinos in the design, production, and delivery of their products to players around the world. Additional information can be found at 08studios.com. So that's some of the news that popped Zuma Away Travel. And wow, what a day it's been, man. What a day it's been. Just things popping all over the place. And I wasn't even around to take advantage of it, which sucks. Chris Deering says, hey, Rich, you think it's easier to short in the summer times? Honestly, I've never really shorted, so I can't really give you an idea of when I think it's easy to short. I don't like talking about things that I'm not familiar with. So I've only shorted like once in my life, actually, which I was so scared that I covered right away. I don't know. I'm not much of a shorter, so it's not really my thing. Not to say that I won't do it in the future. It's always something that I've thought about and something that I think I should learn. I should have that feather in my cap for the right moments, but I'm more of a positive person thinking I want companies to go up and I want to buy them before they go up. That's just the way my brain thinks. I'm a builder. I like to build businesses. So I'd rather invest in a company before it explodes. It's just the way my brain thinks. Dan, the IT guy, says, planning on buying some ZB ISF before earnings. I think that's a good idea, Dan. I think the earnings are going to be impressive. Big Zini says, check out Well, guys. Yeah, Well's been doing very well. Anthony Alvarez says, what do you think about Halo Labs? You know, it's funny that you mentioned that, Anthony. We had a call with Halo Labs today, and we are scheduling an interview with them. And hopefully we will be able to start working with Halo Labs and start covering them a lot. So I need to look into it deeper. I can't really tell you because I don't know much about them so far, but I can tell you that we had a conversation with them today, and they're very familiar with Rich TV Live, and they're fans of our show, and we will have them on our show soon, and that will be my first time really looking into them. And at that point in time, I'll be able to give you a better idea of what I think. Fat Nut says, what do you think about Choom? I got my feet wet. I think Choom's pretty good. Roy says, Zuma Away has news, 80% up. Yep. John Hughes says, Rich, are you still holding ACB? I bought ACB a long time ago, a lot of it, and I've been holding it since $1.50. So I will always hold some ACB. But I've been buying and flipping back and forth. And on the last run up, I sold my position that I had. But I have a long-term portfolio that I hold ACB in, and I'll be holding that forever. Big Zini says, was it halted until end of day? You know what? I don't know, but I see a trading halt at 6 p.m. So I'm assuming that the halt is even now, right now. Jessica is asking, what's a good point for entry in Xena? 120 American? I think that's a very good point to get in. I think anything around these levels or lower is a fantastic entry. Hey, what's up, Dylan? What's up, Scott L? Kakushin Trader says, hey, Rich, change the name from Suryan Warrior Moa. What's up? When are these stocks going to explode? I think it's going to be soon. I mean, we only got 6 weeks until September. To me, that's not a long period of time. I'm a long-term investor, so for me, 6 weeks flies by. I fully believe that the resurrection is coming. It could happen any day. It could happen any week. It could happen any month. Do I know exactly which day? No, I don't have a crystal ball, but I know it's coming, and it will be epic. Hudson Stobie says, do you think I should buy Xena tomorrow or Xena? Do you think I should buy Xena Toronto or Xena Vancouver? I have no idea what you're talking about. Steph's is saying, what happened to Zenabis? Not sure what you mean by that question. Diane Ficaris is saying, I bought ACB at 49 and holding. Wow, what an entry. Genius. Anthony Alvarez says, Rich, we need to have a cannabis celebration at the end of 2019 in your villa in the Caribbean to celebrate our winnings this year. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a great idea. But I don't think my villa can hold 20,000 members. Zuma Away travel was halted. ZMA. Alfonso de la Peña is asking, is it better for CanTrust to be bought out? It might be a fresh start, so it might be better for them to be bought out, to be honest. Because when you get bought out, then you have new management and control. And how are you going to explain, what you've done? It's difficult to explain that you purposely tried to scandal Health Canada. It's not really a great look on you. So, yeah, they got a lot of egg on their face, that's for sure. You pronounce it Kyokushin. Marco asks, do you know when the financials of Zenabis, Rich? Let me try to find it for you guys. Let me try to find it. Everything is at my fingertips. Everything is at my fingertips. It's all just research, guys. Research. Okay, so I got all the financials. Anyone that wants to know about any financials, let me know. Okay, so Zenabis financials are August 29th. So we're still quite a long ways away. But the one thing that I really like about Zenabis is that in the last quarter, their financials grew by 240%. So big fan of Zenabis and what they're doing. Zuma Away travel symbol in America is ZMWYF. ZMWYF is Zuma Away travel in America, ZMA in Canada, and it's a penny stock, super cheap, and our members are buying it and been buying it since 2 cents, 3 cents. Today hit 5 cents, finished at 4.5, and it's currently halted. And I think there's more news coming, and I think we're going to see it go higher. Paulo says, Labs will be graduating to the TSX. What are your thoughts? I think it's great news. I own Labs. It is my favorite extraction stock out there. My favorite up-and-coming extraction stock is Radiant Technologies. I don't own shares yet, but I hope to soon. But Labs is a major player that I really like, and Labs is been huge for our community. I brought it to everyone in our community at $1.40, ran up to like $7.30, was a crazy hitter. Came back down after they raised tons of money, which almost all stocks do when they raise money, came back down, created more of a buying opportunity around the low fours. Now they're approaching the $5 range again, and they just announced that they're going to be on the TSX. Conditionally approving it on July 23rd, which is next week. Dylan Fraser says, all I see is Kush. Can we call you Kush? Caillou Cushion Trader says, can't buy any more MariMed FSD ICC here in Switzerland. Why? Only can sell. I don't know. Oh, you're in Switzerland? Wow. Chris Deering says, I'm out for the night. Peace, rich, and community. See you later, brother. You want to know Labs financials? Let's take a look. Labs financials. Wow. And just so you guys know, their last financials were epic. 22 million, 115% increase on the previous quarter. Labs financials are the exact same day as Zenabis. Do you guys see the trend here? A lot of companies are going to be doing financials August 29th, right before September. I don't know if you see what's coming here. Labs is on the exact same day as Zena, and I own them both August 29th. Put that day on your calendar. And guess who else has a financials on August 29th? Suniva. Suniva is August 29th. TerraSend is August 29th. Afria is August 29th. MediPharm Labs is August 29th. Canna Royalty Origin House is August 29th. Zenabis is August 29th. Wow. Everybody's financials is August 29th. That's pretty insane. Aurora Cannabis is September 30th. Canopy Growth is August 14th. Wow, look at these American companies. TIUM, guys, put this on your watch list. This is a little sneaky one. Consortium. I like these guys, okay? Their financials are August 29th. Green Growth Brands financials are August 29th. Vario Health is August 29th. Halo Labs, which I'll be interviewing soon, and their revenues grew by 187% in the quarter, 8.7 million in the last quarter. Their revenues are reporting August 29th. Ianthus Capital, August 29th. M. Jardine, August 29th. Columbia Care, here's another company for you guys. COLXF in America, CCHW in Canada, 12.9 million in revenue in the quarter. Nobody knows these guys yet. August 29th. Wow, look at all these August 29ths. Planet 13 Holdings, PLNHF in America, PLTH is reporting earnings August 29th. Dioni Med Brands, DYME, which has been exploding secretly, doing a sneak attack, 14.4 million in the quarter, 162% quarter over quarter, huge growth potential. They were totally beaten up August 29th. Man, there's a lot of companies reporting August 29th. This is nuts. Harvest Health and Recreation, HARV, one that I brought you guys first, 19.2 million in the quarter. HRVSF in America, reporting August 29th. Cresco Labs, CL in Canada, CRLBF, a beast, 21.1 million in the quarter, reporting August 29th. And Green Thumb Industries, GTII in Canada, GTBIF in America, 27.9 million in quarterly sales, reporting August 29th. Tilt Holdings, 34.4 million in quarterly sales, up 1,071%. That's ridiculous. And quarter over quarter growth was 1,071%, and they're trading this low. Makes no sense. Tilt in Canada, TILT, SVVTF in America, they're reporting August 29th. Curaleaf, CURLF, they've been rolling all week. CURA in Canada reported 35.3 million in quarterly sales. They're reporting August 29th. MedMan Enterprises making more than Curaleaf, $36.6 million in the quarter. MMEN in Canada, MMNFF in America. They're reporting August 29th. And Trulieve, which is number one in America at 44.4 million. TCNNF in America, TRUL in Canada. They're reporting August 29th. So I don't know. They're all getting ready for September. Something big's going to happen. Something big. Diane says, have you heard anything about Wayland? Been on hold for almost 3 months. No, I haven't looked into Wayland as much. But, I mean, I can. I just got to look into them. There's so many companies, guys. It's difficult to just watch them all and read them all. John Silva says, I think it's also next month. Nudica asks, Labs or OGI? That's tough. I like them both. They both beasts. I can't really pick one or the other there. I like them both. I think Labs is at a lower price. So you might be able to get some more upside there just because they're at a lower price. But the revenue is pretty similar. I think Organigram is a bigger company. But I think Labs has tons of potential. Jason is asking me thoughts on Namaste's financials. I haven't looked at them yet. Can you tell me what you saw? I haven't even looked. GZ is saying, don't forget 10 million in 1 month in 2018. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Nudica says next Xena earnings is going to be bigger than their last financials. Yeah, I won't be surprised. Dylan says TerraSend has 38 million shares. Yeah, I like TerraSend. I need to definitely look into them more. Tony says C-Web trending down, but Pepsi executives joined the board with ex-Coke executive already on the team. Well, C-Web has been trading at such a high price, right? So I think that when you go up, you're going to come down, and when you go down, you're going to go up. I mean, that's just part of trading. So they were down nicely to $16. They made a nice run to well over 20, and they're coming down a little bit right now. They've been as high as 32. I think we see them at 30 again in the future. Nick is saying, hey, Rich, I got killed today. How low can ACB go? Last August, ACB went down under $6. It was at like $5.65. So, I mean, these stocks can go as low as they want to go, guys. The key is for us to buy them when they're low. If we buy them when they're low and we buy great companies, we have a chance to win. If we buy shitty companies when they're low, we're going to lose. It's just the way it goes. But if we buy great companies when they're low, we're going to win. And if you guys get good at buying low, and then when you see green, taking your profit, this game becomes easy. Do I know SCP-096? No. No idea what that is. Thank you guys for the 26 likes. I appreciate you guys. Just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on in the markets today. If there's any other news, if there's anything else that's trending, if there's anything else you guys want me to talk about, if there's anything else you want me to look at, please let me know. I just wanted to get all of that off my chest. Labs going to the TSX. I think that's huge news for Labs. Zuma Away Travel had huge news, which I read to you guys. I think that's huge news for Zuma Away. Stock bumped up 80% today, and a lot of our members are winning there, so I'm very happy about that. Dan, the IT guy, says, just learned about TerraSend today. Looks good. Going to watch list. Yeah, they're a beast, Dan. Anthony Mastillo says, Saniva popped up this morning, but gave it all back. Did you sell? I didn't. And I'm regretting it, but it's okay. I truly believe it's going to go higher and a lot higher. So maybe I'm regretting it today because I was up 4,600 at one point and I didn't take it. So yeah, I regret it. I'm not going to lie. Of course, I'm supposed to take those winnings. But at the time, I didn't know it was going to go back down. How was I supposed to know? I had a feeling it would go back down, but I wasn't sure. So I decided to hold it because I didn't think it would go back down to 232 where I bought it. And it didn't. I don't know. I didn't watch it all day, but the lowest I think I saw it went was 235. Still, I could have sold at 278, bought back at 235, but I wasn't at my trading desk. I was at my office, and I don't trade at my office. I do videos there. So I kind of like to do my trading at home where I have my thoughts and my focus. I don't like to trade with any distractions. So yeah, I missed an opportunity there, but I believe we'll have another one, and I think it'll be way bigger. How you doing, Early Hunter? Yeah, no idea what you're asking me there, bud. So I don't know. Is there any other news you guys want to discuss? Anything else you want me to look at? Any other picks you want me to look at? Anything you want me to talk about? If there's anything else you guys want me to look at or talk about, please let me know. Anything you want me to give you my opinion on? Mark Pepper says, buying Saniva tomorrow, not holding any. You're going to pick up some tomorrow? Yeah, if you are looking to pick it up, put in a bid, put it in around the 230 range, and hope that it goes down and you pick it up cheap. T-God. Yeah, T-God is building a huge facility. The reason that T-God is not doing well is that they're not showing revenue. I think T-God is going to have a great future, but the problem with T-God right now is that everyone is waiting for revenue. Troy is asking, what do you think about Cub Ventures? Cub Ventures has had some interesting runs. I don't know much about them. I need to do more research to give you my opinion, but they look interesting, and I know a lot of members have been asking me about it, so I have to research them further. Diane says, oh, well, I bought Canopy at 148 and sold at 30, and then it went to 70. Boy, was I disappointed in that decision. Diane, I bought Canopy at 5. I sold at 7. Then I bought them at 7, sold at 12. Then I watched them go to 17, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So I feel your pain. Sean is saying, what's happening with YouTube in 3 days? No idea. John Hughes is saying, T-God, Rich, you buying again? Not until I see that they start showing revenue. Patrick McGee is saying, did Health Canada give ACB a thumbs up this week? Not sure what you're referring to with a thumbs up. I didn't hear anything. Frank is saying ACB downgraded. Scary? No, I don't think it's scary. I think it's a buying opportunity. Jagjid Hayer says HIP warrant shares will ever go up before they expire. Probably not. Vinay Verma is saying, is ISOL gonna bounce back? I hate ISOL. So I won't touch that company. John Hughes says, I have Cub Ventures, bought them a long time ago, bought in at peak, waiting for it to go up one day. Yeah, I think the key, guys, is we want to stay away from buying anything at the peak. We want to buy at the low for everything and sell at the peak. We don't want to be buying in the peak and then holding. So as investors, we need to really learn to just be patient and train ourselves to buy at the bottom, sell at the peak, not be buying at the peak of anything. Because every time I buy at the peak, I like 100% of the time, I regret it almost instantly. Sean Smurphy saying new changes starting on the 22nd. I have no idea what those changes are. You want to share them with me? I'd love to know. Patrick McGee saying outdoor grow license. You know what? I don't know. I haven't really been following ACB that much. They've been kind of dead. Frank is saying, I did buy in today at 907. I took a chance. Yeah, I think if you're buying Aurora, it's never a chance. You always have a chance to win with Aurora. They're a pretty great company. But I understand what you mean because they've got a downgrade, so you have to assume that they're going to go to $8. What about Canara? Not very familiar with them. I'd have to research them further. What do you think about Emerald Health 52-week low? I think it's an interesting company, but it's not one of my favorites. John says, Rich, please look into CUV. I got 4,500 worth of it. Okay, buddy, I will. Maybe I'll do a video on them. Fat Nuts is saying, why is ICC Labs slipping away? I don't know. They clearly have poor management. That's the way I look at it. If you have a stock that keeps going down, you clearly have a management team that doesn't have a plan. Dylan Fraser says, I took a chance today to got me some more CanTrust. Yeah, they had a big bump today, so maybe you had a chance to win there. I saw they went back over $4 for a short period. Thoughts on CVSI? I like CVSI. They got attacked by short traders. Andrew left. What's up, Lucky Lefty? They got attacked by short traders. Went all the way to, they were one of the darlings last year. Went up thousands of percent, as high as like $10. Came back down. Now they're just kind of trading sideways. I think they're going to be really good. Major player in America, CBD company. I think they have a great future, and I think that they're very close to their bottom. Frank is saying, everyone is saying to stay away from Canadian LPs and to load up on U.S. companies. What do you think of this strategy? I kind of agree, but I disagree in the sense that there's just as many good Canadian companies as there is American companies. However, America's 10 times the size. So you have to assume that American companies over the long haul are going to dominate just because of the sheer size and scope of the population. You can't compare 30 million to 300 million. It's simple math. So from that perspective, I agree. However, there's a lot of good Canadian companies that are going to be doing business in America and internationally. So you got to pick your companies wisely. You got to do research, and you got to see and look for Canadian companies that are also doing business in America. John Hughes says, early rookie mistakes with CUV and IGNG. But that's how you learn, John. I mean, I've made so many mistakes in the market. I've been trading for a very long time. And I made a lot of mistakes, and I still make mistakes. So that's part of learning. And you have to look at yourself like, okay, Warren Buffett started trading when he was 11. Okay. The man is like 80 something now. So he became like really, really rich, like in his 50s. So he had a lot of time to learn. He had a lot of time to do trial and error. He had a lot of time to learn about ups and downs and to research companies. And he had a lot of highs and lows, and that's how you grow. I mean, Donald Trump is another one. Before he became the president of America, he was a millionaire. He lost it all. He became a billionaire, lost it all. And now he's a multi-billionaire again and the president of America, and had, one of the best shows on television. I mean, it's a guy that's had many ups and downs, been through divorce, been through multiple relationships. I mean, he's had a lot of ups and downs, and now the guy's on top. He's president of the most powerful country in the world. So you got to ask yourself, do you think if you've been trading for 1 or 2 years, I mean, I've only been doing this for 2.5 years. I've been trading for like 20 years, but I've been trading every day talking about the markets for 2.5 years only. I've gotten way better in the last 2.5 years than I did my previous life trading. Way better, just because I'm watching the markets, watching trends, reading news, reading financials, interviewing companies, doing facility tours, going to conferences, just constantly diving in and learning and educating myself. And you're only going to get better because knowledge is power. The more you learn, the more you earn. You will only get better from your losses because you will learn from it, and you will realize that you made mistakes, and you'll realize the mistakes you made so you don't have to make them again. Like this time, I strategically waited to the middle of summer to go in hard into the market because I knew for the last 2 years in a row that every summer we hit a bottom. So I said, okay, I'm going to wait till the middle of summer and I'm going to buy. And that's exactly what I did. So that's why I'm pretty comfortable with my positions right now. I'm really in no rush to sell them because I know that when the big explosion comes and the bull market comes, I'm going to be rewarded handsomely for my patience. David James says, Agroflora hit 25.5 cents USD today. 23 to 24 is go time for Agroflora. Watch out tomorrow for an opportunity for cheap shares. Yeah, I did an interview with Agroflora, and they look really good. Dan, the IT guy, says, ACB Downgraded by Bank of America. They do have a good track record. Not a fan of Bank of America. Yeah, I mean, if Bank of America gives you a downgrade, that's pretty severe. So you have to assume that they're probably going to go down, which is going to create a buying opportunity for us. Maybe Bank of America is trying to short them. Maybe Bank of America wants to buy shares cheap. Maybe Bank of America had an upgrade before and it wasn't going there, so they had to downgrade it to save face. I don't really know. But at the end of the day, Aurora will be one of the biggest and the best companies in the cannabis sector in the future. There's no doubt about that. And in the present. Sean is saying, I think YouTube can change your comments now, for instance. YouTube can change your comments? Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. I have to look into that. Jibsy007 says, Afria earnings coming early August. Thoughts? Will it hurt or help the industry? I think it's going to help the industry. I think Afria earnings should be pretty good. John Hughes says, ACB is okay in the long run. Imagine 5 years from now. Yeah, 5 years from now, they're a much bigger stock. There's no doubt about that. Troy is saying, Huge was such a disappointment. What do you think? Yeah, it's I agree with you. It's a disappointment. There's nothing else I can really say about it. I still like the company. I think that they have a lot of potential. I do not like their share structure. 1 billion shares is too much. Clearly, it's creating a massive overhang. It's not allowing the stock to go anywhere. So that's a big issue. GGI, if it pulls back to 150, buy that, says Big Zini. Okay. Dan, the IT guy, says, I'm still going to try to buy back into ACB at the bottom. Yeah, I think that's the way to trade. I agree with you. Big Zini says, I think Monday was the bottom for ACB, weed, and the main LPs. It's possible. I hope so. John O'Neill says, hello from Ireland. How you doing, John? Dan, the IT guy, says, I make mistakes all the time, but way less 10 years in. Yeah, and that's part of learning, right? It's like that in any business. The more you learn, and not just in the stock market, but in life, the more experiences you go through and the more ups and downs you go through, the more likely you're not going to want to go through those downs in the future because you know what to look for. You know what to anticipate. You know what to expect. This industry is very cyclical. It goes up and down as a unit. When the whole sector's up, almost everybody's up. When the whole sector's down, almost everybody's down. So you can make a lot of money on those trends, on those waves. And right now we're down. So this is the time to buy. And then when everything is up, instead of talking about how much money is in your account, sell. Then talk about how much money is in your account. That's the best advice I can give you guys because I've made those mistakes. I've been up 100 grand on a stock before, beating my chest and been like, I'm up 100 grand. I didn't sell. And then the next day it goes down. And I'm like, okay, now I'm up 60. It's still good money, but take the 100, then talk about it. Don't even talk about it until you take it. Just don't, because it's just like bad luck. I'm very superstitious when it comes to the markets. John Hughes says, thanks for your advice, Rich. Great points, man. You inspire us, bro. Hey, man, I've been where you guys are. I've made mistakes in the markets. I still make mistakes in the markets. I'm not a perfect trader. I'm not the best trader. Today I was up 4,600 on Suniva and I didn't sell. I still make mistakes. It's part of being a trader. You're going to make mistakes almost every single day. The more you trade, the more mistakes you're going to make. The key is to try to make more good decisions than bad decisions. And over time, you will only get better. Troy says, I think October will be a win for Hexo. I own 1,000 shares of Hexo. I like Hexo, and I think that they have a great future. And I agree with you. I think that they will go up from here. Dylan Fraser says, after Cura's new purchase, have you read what they own? Like 140 dispensaries, 130 cultivation facilities, hundreds of retail. I can't remember the exact numbers. Yeah, they're just enormous. Cura's a giant. Frank says AUSA may be exploding soon. They're making big moves. Underappreciated right now. I agree with you, Frank. I love AUSA. It's one of my best and favorite stocks. I actually don't own them this second, but I am going to be looking to position myself in AUSA. Pat says, hoping for a trend reversal with North, maybe at the end of August with the first outdoor harvest. I think that you're thinking right. I love the way you guys are thinking. Your guys' brains are on the right track. You know, companies are going to go up when they have revenue. Companies are going to go up when they have good news. Companies are going to go up when they have licenses. They're going to go down when they raise money. They're going to go down when the trend is down. They're going to go down when Canopy's down and ACB's down and Afri is down and HMMJ is down. Pretty much the whole market's going to go down. So there's different reasons why stocks are going to go down. They're going to go down when they do scandals like CanTrust. Like those things will happen. That's part of being a new sector, a growing billion-dollar industry that is only going to get bigger, but there's going to be problems along the way. And I predict that we're going to see more. Dylan Fraser says, compared to Canadian LPs, it's not even close. Yeah, I agree with you. Curaleaf has a chance to be just so big. Okay asks, what do you think about Imagination Park IP? That's funny you actually mentioned that. I looked into them a couple years ago because I'm really big into virtual reality. I really like virtual reality. I like technology. I think that they have a future. I haven't looked at them in a long time. I'd have to look at them more. I have no idea what price they're at or what they're doing, but I remember when they first came out, I was really interested in them. And I think they're at like 8 to 10 cents. So I have no idea where they're at right now, but I think they have a future. John Hughes says, we had some good wins though. On the picks in the late 2018 and early 2019, live and learn and get better, like you said. I mean, we all lose, John. We all lose. So don't feel bad about it, bro. That's your learning. You know, there's no school for this, guys. There's no school for the stock market. This is our school. This is our training ground. So just look at yourself like when you're in your first year of trading, you're in grade 1. When you're in your second year of trading, you're in grade 2. When you're in your third year of trading, you're in grade 3. For you to get to university and graduate, it's going to take you years. It's like that in the markets. You got to give yourself time to learn. You got to give yourself time to see the trends. You got to give yourself time to make big money and get burnt once in a while. That's how you learn. Frank says CIBC just bought $100 million into ACB 2 days ago. Whew, that's big. John O'Neill is saying any Irish here. And apparently John is very drunk and asking if anyone else is drunk. If you got them, drink them. If you got them, smoke them. You got some CBDs, take them. Big Zini says Monday was the bottom. Pat says, I'm curious with Hexo. Not sure beverage will be the next big thing, but edibles. I think beverages and edibles will be huge because there's a market for it. And everybody drinks and everybody eats. So everybody wants medicine. So you're going to see both of those industries blow up. There's no doubt about it. Jerry says, what's up, Rich? How you doing, Jerry? Hudson Stobie says, you from downtown Van? I am from White Rock. I'm from Toronto. But I have an office downtown and I live everywhere. I'm everywhere. Everywhere. We global. Troy says, CWeb has been quite a powerhouse. They have been. Mark Pepper says, Rich, check out this new ETF, THCX. I will, Mark. Thank you for sharing, buddy. Leo the Landscaper, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for sharing the news that MediPharm Labs is now moving to the TSX. I really appreciated that. And I talked about that earlier on this stream. Jerry C says, loaded up on Xena and Fire, waiting for the rich resurrection. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. And if you're prepared and you're loaded up, then go enjoy your summer. Just chill and enjoy your summer. David James says, I'm sitting all in cash, salivating with all these good deals. I bet. I don't know how you can do it. I couldn't sit there and watch any longer. I had to get in. Shane MJ says, hi there. Hope all is well. What's your take on Sproutly? I like Sproutly. I think Sproutly has a great future. I think the key with Sproutly is for us to buy the bottom. Buy the bottom. Big Zini says, I want to show you my technical analysis sometimes, Rich. You will have much more confidence if you can properly map the support resistant levels. There's a science to it. Oh, I agree with you. Let's do it. I'm down, Big Zini. Let's do a video sometime. But guys, I want to collaborate with you guys. There's a lot of YouTubers that want to collaborate with YouTubers. I don't care to do that. I'd rather collaborate with you guys. You guys are what makes Rich TV Live so special. It's the community that makes us such a powerhouse. I want to collaborate with you guys. You guys give me the best picks. Nobody else. I get my best picks from you guys. I get my best picks from my community. I bought Saniva because Amanda said Rich buy Saniva. That's how much I trust my members. I bought ZMA because Justin bought ZMA and he believed in ZMA and I trusted Justin. I bought ZMA. I'm up on both. I mean, what else can I say? I trust my members and I will put my money where my mouth is with my members because I believe in my members and I believe in your research. So yeah, I'm totally down, Big Zini. Whenever you want to do it, man, we'll make some time. Big Zini says, then I'm in university. Yeah, you've been trading for a long time, so I'm sure you are in university, bro. You might have even graduated with honors. Frugally City says, greetings from beautiful upstate Southern California. Oh, South Carolina. How you doing? Scott L says, check out CNAB, been making a killing, 40 million in sales for extraction. Whoo! CNAB, been on fire. Big Zini says, still makes mistakes at university level. Nobody's perfect. Well, that's the markets, man. The markets will take you to your knees. Scott L says, I am from Miami. Nice. Nice. You live in where the sunshine always shines. I'd love to live in Miami. So many beautiful people. Such a beautiful part of the country. I love so many parts of America. Big Zini says, yeah, Ontario boy. Same here, 100. Yeah, man, I'm from the T-Dot. I'm here for the 6, and I'm living on the west side. Beautiful British Columbia. Leo the Landscaper says, Midland, Ontario, Canada here. Def4747 says, wasn't THCX the ticker for Hexo before the name change? I can't even remember. Yeah, no worries. If you go back to the beginning of this video, you'll see that I started off talking about it and I read the entire news release, Leo. So thank you for sharing that. This is what I mean. You guys give me the news and then I come live and I talk about it to our community. You guys give me the news. I heard about the news from my Telegram group earlier today first, then about ZMA, and I heard about the news on Labs, MediPharm Labs from Leo on YouTube. Like, you guys are the best. Patrick McGee says, wish my wife work evenings because I would have this on the big screen with spice rum and iced tea. Well, hey, get your wife to watch. She might want to watch too. Patrick McGee says, I want to see that video soon. Frank says, I'm ready to sell on the next rally for edibles. I won't get burnt this time. I didn't sell when weed went legal and I watched my cash go down. I'm selling on next rally. I'm selling. Yeah, sell. Don't be afraid to sell. Be afraid not to sell. Hudson Stobie says, so you are invested in Zenabis's Toronto Stock Exchange. I'm invested in Zenabis, Z-E-N-A in Canada. Yes. Alberto Ramos says, check out Apollo Green opening up in Ottawa next to new Amazon warehouse. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Max Power says, hey, Rich, how things, bro? 40 degrees Celsius here tomorrow. Wow. That's crazy, bro. Put on some sunscreen. Get some AC. Frank says, T. Dot born and raised in the bridge now. 905. Yeah, you know, I'm a T-bot. I'm a T-dot born and raised too. Grew up on Dundas and Dufferin. Then I moved to Etobicoke, went to school in Etobicoke. I went to junior school in Etobicoke. Then I moved to Mississauga. I went to high school at Silverthorne Collegiate in Etobicoke, and I lived in Mississauga a lot of my life before I moved to Vancouver, and I've been here since 2005. And it's hard for me to leave because this is the nicest place in Canada. Big Zini says, kind of jealous. I used to live in Kelowna and I miss it all the time. Kelowna is beautiful, bro. Such a nice place. But it's just too far for me from downtown. I got too much things going on in Vancouver. I can't be that far away. I just can't. Alberto Ramos says, Hexo, Nbud, Apollo Green, all huge picks in Ottawa Capital Region. Okay. Thank you for sharing your picks. I love that. That's what this is all about, guys. Sharing the education. Frank says, do you think on the next run for edibles, will ACB hit all-time highs? It could. It definitely could. I think it goes way higher than $10. John O'Neill says, recession coming to Europe. I hope not. They've been kind of in a recession for, well, essentially since the euro got implemented. I'm Portuguese, so I know that in Portugal, it's been a massive recession for quite a long time. No jobs, just really, really tough for my family in Portugal. So I hope there's no recession coming because they've already been in a recession and they've been hurt hard. John Hughes says, I'm in Toronto, the T-dot, I don't know why I keep saying T-God. The T-dot like our boy Rich. Hey, man, gotta love the 6, my friend. Max Power says, hey, bro, why did the sector drop today? Stupid CanTrust was up. Like, yeah, so apparently, well, I mean, they've been going up and down all week. So this has been a choppy week. One green day, one red day. One green day, one red day. Hopefully tomorrow's green. So I think it's just the summertime, guys. It's going to be choppy. This is just what happens. We get choppy weather. We get choppy markets. People are on vacation. There's not as much liquidity. There's not as much volume. And you're going to see sneak attacks, but you're not going to see an entire sector run because not enough people are around. There's just not enough people around. But the reason why CanTrust went up is because there's rumors that they're talking to 2 other companies about a buyout. So they might be getting taken over. Dylan Fraser says, don't forget to smash the like. Yeah, guys, 45 likes. Thank you guys for the 45 likes. Absolutely love you guys. We've been now officially live for over an hour. Let's just keep it going. As long as you guys keep giving me messages, we'll keep it going. Max Power says, yes, let's cash in on October 17th. You know what's funny is last year, the resurrection started around now, and it lasted until about October 15th. I remember because I went to a legalization party on the island where Cheech and Chong, was it Cheech or Chong? I can't remember. One of the Cheech and Chong guys was at this party, and it was just like this crazy epic legalization party with free weed, free dabbing, free CBDs. It was crazy. It was awesome. And man, I was so lit that night. I can't even remember what happened, but I remember like it was yesterday that on the 15th, everything crashed. Everything crashed. Everybody was expecting it to go up until the 17th and then beyond. On the 15th, everything crashed. So let's be aware of that, okay? If we see a huge resurrection and we're up in our accounts, take it. Because we have no idea when it's going to crash. But when you've got a guaranteed winner in your account and you're up, take it. Take it, take it, and take it. Because when it comes down and you're up and then your account goes down, it sucks. So take it and go. Okay? No, CBD is not legalizing in Canada on the 17th. Edibles will be legalizing in Canada on the 17th. Scott L says, when I started smoking weed in 1972, an ounce was called a 5-finger lid. Really? That's interesting. I've never heard that before. Dylan Fraser saying Eddies and Bevies legal in Canada. Yeah, man. Max Power says, chilling in the AC tomorrow with some kush and a hot little blonde. Hey, that sounds like fun. Early Hunter says, hey, Rich, do you think the big LPs will start doing their own extraction like Zenibus? I think that most big LPs are going to become vertically integrated. So I don't see why they wouldn't want to get involved in every area of the business, from hemp to CBDs to extraction to flower. I see them wanting to get involved in everything. And cannabis education, which is going to be another huge industry, which is essentially what we are. We're a cannabis stock education platform. Frank is a St. Clair boy, West End. Yo, let's go, buddy. Italy Village, man. Been on St. Clair lots. Max Power says FSD swallows. Max Power loves and hates FSD at the same time. Frank says BC is a nice place. Good for you. Yeah, it's a pretty nice place. I can't deny that. Jason says, do you think we passed the bottom for the sector, or will we see one in mid-August? I think Friday was the bottom, in my opinion. We might see it go lower again. We might. But if we do, I don't see it going a lot lower. I see it maybe going a little bit lower, but I don't see it going a lot lower. It could go lower a little bit in August, but if it does, it'll just be another buying opportunity. And when the resurrection comes, it's going to be epic. Ivan Dazil says, in Salt Lake City, 100 degrees here. Too hot, Rich. Whew, that is hot. But I like the heat, man. I'm Portuguese. I love the heat. Big Zini says, you're the man, Rich. 100%. Doing it big in Van City. Yeah, man. I love Van City. Thank you, Big Zini. I appreciate you, man. Hudson Stobie says, I'm going to school in Kelowna in September. Hey, man. You're going to have fun out there, man. Beautiful place. Beautiful women, too. So have fun with that. Sure, you'll have a great time. Jason says, do you think legalization 2.0 will be stronger than legalization 1.0? I think it'll be similar. I don't know if it'll be stronger. I don't know if it'll be as strong. I think it'll be similar, kind of the same. This industry seems to go up as a whole, go down as a whole. Go up as a whole, go down as a whole. I'll give you guys a breakdown. So I started talking about stocks in January of 2017, cannabis stocks. I was the first YouTuber ever to do it, okay? I talked about them every day. My first picks that I bought were Aurora, Canopy Growth, Afria, Organigram, and Chronos Group. And then I bought HMMJ. All 6 of them were huge winners. I brought all those picks for free on my channel in January of 2017 and beyond. You can literally go back to Rich TV Live and see my first videos. I was talking about all of those stocks first. They kind of went up and down for quite some time, and they did not explode until the fall of 2017, at which point in time they absolutely exploded. I turned 10 grand in October of 2017 until January of 2018 into $100,000. And I was excited. Then I read like an idiot. I should have took the money and ran, but I didn't know. I thought it was going to keep going up. I went and bought back in and lost a lot of that money, and it went down aggressively for almost all of 2018 until the resurrection, which started in July of last summer. Near the end of July, we had another resurrection, an epic resurrection. Started in July, continued aggressively in August. September was nuts. September, everything was popping. The whole month was just popping. October, it continued in the beginning. The first 2 weeks was epic. And then October 15th, like a switch, everything went down. So that's the way it's been. So there's been highs, there's been lows. The highs have not lasted long. They go up short, they go up like quick, and they come down twice as fast. So we have to remember that. We have to realize that. And on the next resurrection, we have to be willing to pull the trigger. We have to be willing to sell, because we know based on experience that as quickly as they go up, they're just as quickly going to go down. So that's the best advice I can give to you guys based on experience. Dylan says, puff, puff, or chew, chew, or drink, drink. Pass. Hudson Stobie saying, yeah, UBC Okanagan. Oh, buddy, you're going to have a great time. David James says, I took out $70K with a 2% fee and 0% interest. It's DEFCON 4 at the household here, waiting to go in hard with $90K total. The waiting is intoxicating. Buddy, you're doing it right. Be patient, find your bottom, trust your gut. Dylan Fraser, don't chew, pass, LOL, says Big Zini. Oh, you guys are good. Hudson Stobie says, very exciting. Lots of biking and snowboarding near Kelowna. Yeah, you're going to have fun, man. Max Power says, my AC died yesterday. I was broke. It was broke, so I had to sell. Oh, I was broke, so I had to sell 18,000 shares of FSD at 13 cents. Lost $3,000 just on that. $18,000 trade. So pissed. But can't live here without AC on 40-degree days. F that, LOL. Yeah, you can get that $3,000 back, bro. You'll get that $3,000 back. Dylan Fraser says 45. Oh, wow. 21 when posted that. RD says Chong is the Canadian. Yes, it was Chong. Sorry. It was Chong. Diane says, you are Portuguese. Remember the matches between Greece and Portugal in 2004 Euro games? Amazing matches. Was so much fun. Oh, man. Don't remind me. That was a heartbreaker. Watching Portugal lose to Greece in Portugal was a heartbreaker. That hurt. That really, really hurt. Wow, you guys have so many messages. I can't even keep up with you guys. This is crazy. Big Zini says, Cheech is Latino. Yes, that's right. Max Power says, I was up 12,000 on ACB October 14th. Held to Christmas was down $20,000. It finally came back. I know, man. That's why when you're up next time, buddy, just take it. Yeah, definitely the worst feeling ever, RD. Max Power says, hit the like button, and yes, take the cash and run on October 17th run. Yeah, or even sooner. Don't even wait until the 17th. Last year, it all fell on the 15th. Remember that. So don't even wait until the 17th. If you're up, take it. Don't wait for a specific day. The market makers know you're doing that, and they're going to try to take your money. Tack says, do you believe that Bank of America downgraded ACB because ACB has not gone under 9 CAD for the past 8 months and the big money want cheap stocks pre-fall resurrection? Absolutely. 100%. You read my mind. Rob Chan says, I sold my SNN at 262 and I bought again at 232, 500 shares. Ooh, good job, Rob. Good work. Frank says, ACB hurt the sector today being downgraded. I hate these shorters. We need to find the next 10-bagger. LOL. We need Bruce Linton to put on Hexo or AUSA, T-God shirt, or Xena Explosion. Well, I got 2 picks to give you guys that I think could be 10-baggers. First, AUSA. Second, Rivers. I think both of them have a chance to be 10-baggers. Rivers is Canopy Growth 2.0 America. AUSA is Aurora Cannabis 2.0 America. AUSA at $1, Rivers at $3, both priced right for us to make a killing. I'm just putting it out there. I ain't telling you to buy anything. I ain't giving you guys a buy alert or any of that nonsense. I'm just saying that I think both are going to explode. I do not own them both, and I have anxiety about it. I have to buy them both. I've had them before. I just don't have them right now, and I need to pick them up. I just been watching. I want to pick up a lot of both. Yeah, Rob, nice work. Ride the wave, says Big Zini. 100% correct. Scott General says, what's up, Rich? I had an order to add more of Cureleaf on Tuesday that didn't get filled. Oh, that's got to hurt. It happened to me on Acreage this week. Jack Mackin says, not sure if you discussed ticker symbol HITI. Any opinion on the retail side of cannabis? Yeah, I actually did a video on High Tide today. HITI in Canada, HITIF in America, and I believe that they are going to be an absolute winner. I think they have so much potential. So they're at a 52-week low. Put them on your watch list, guys. Put them on your radar. I think they have huge potential. Wait till my video comes out. They've got huge partnerships with Snoop Dogg and the Trailer Park Boys and Cheech and Chong and some big names. So, yeah, and they're huge in the retail side. They've got franchisee business in place. They're big in vaporizers, glass, like bongs. Like they got some really cool products. Max Power says, I bought a 1/4 pound in 1979 for $180. Holy shit. That's a damn good price. Navalon says, what cannabis companies will dominate the edible industry? What are some good edible stocks? Well, I just mentioned one. High Tide has a chance to be really good. They're in the edible sector. Another company in the edible sector is Agriflora Organics. They're cheap. They're going to be really good. Another one that is going to be huge, which is already big, is Organigram. They're going to be big in edibles. So there's just 3 right there. And another one is Eat. Spliff in America, Eat in Canada. They're going to be really big in edibles. Max Power says, you heard it here first. I hate FSD. Dylan, Eat. Yes. Eat is going to be a good edible stock, and it's cheap. Max Power says, I see a big run coming in September to October. Cha-ching, get out. Yeah, take your money and run. Dylan Fraser is saying Tinley. Yeah, I have to look into Tinley more. They definitely have a lot of potential. Ponce Papa says, is NXTTF going to dive? I didn't look at their financials, so I'd have to look at them to be able to give you a real synopsis if I think it's going to go up or down. Dylan Fraser is saying Sproutly. Max Power is saying, I have Xena to sell at $10. Love that. Dylan Fraser is saying Hexo. Big Zini says, Frank, see Bruce with the SHMP t-shirt on. Keegan Webster says, I think the main thing people should be looking at is the $15 range for HMMJ. That seems to be the bottom for the ETF over the past few years. I think that that's a very good synopsis. And I think we're not that far from it right now. Dylan Fraser says, Dixie Scottish over here. Nitin Baja says, hey, Rich, your view on InMed. Oh, man. InMed has been one of the biggest disappointments in the sector. I think I'm going to do a video soon on all the biggest disappointments, and they fall in that category. I like them. They're on the TSX, and they're just beaten down. They're too focused on R&D. They're not generating any revenue. And right now, nobody has any patience for stocks that don't generate revenue. That's their problem. Leo the Landscaper says, Labs next earnings will be a monster. If I had to guess, revenue will be 35 to 40 million and will be announced shortly after uplisting to the TSX. Oh, buddy. I want that. Big Zini says, Keegan Webster, perfectly valid prediction based on chart analysis, 100%, although it would be better to have a higher low. We'll see what happens. Agreed. David James says, I was up 1,200% on Namaste in 2017 and didn't sell. Oh, that shit just hurts, bro. That hurts. That hurts, man. You guys have so many messages. I'm trying to catch up to you guys' messages. It's crazy. Frank says, I follow Cyberworld, and he bought into Martello, was up 100K in 4 days, and he didn't sell. See how we get greedy? It's tough when it goes up. Greed kicks in, but 100K in 4 days? Yeah, I would have sold. I would have sold for sure. He's got way too much money. He didn't need the 100. I would have taken it. Big Zini says, Frank, I just keep increasing my stop limit. Then when it pulls back, I'm out. Right near the top. Smart. Big Zini says that's how it's done. Up 100K and didn't sell. Yeah, that's it's unfortunate. But I know he's done very well for himself, so I don't think he needs the 100 that bad. Frank says, yes, Big Zini, good strategy. I trade on my phone, so I'm always watching while at work. I make money while I'm working, always trading. That's awesome, bro. Big Zini says, Frank, trust me, it's the best strategy for selling near the top. David James, that's some real greed, my friend. Max Power says, you're right. Take it when you're up. Don't rely on a date. Yeah, because we have no idea. And the reality is the market makers want to take our money. That's their job. So if they know there's a date that everyone's going to plan to sell, they're going to make sure that they take it down before that date. Max Power says, I mailed Bruce Linton an FSD shirt. LOL. Keegan Webster says, people should look at HMMJ to have a good look of where the bottom might be. When it hits around 15, the sector is near the bottom. Good analogy. iBoss416 says, sold AUSA, bought Cura. Yeah, it's probably a good move, but I think AUSA is going to have a huge run one day. Just don't know when. Drew D says, Rich, what's up, man? How you doing, Drew? Big Zini says, silver is making a surprising move upward finally. Yes. Yes. Silver and gold stocks, guys. Keep your eyes on silver and gold stocks. And I'm going to be doing a lot of videos with mining companies over the next few months, so stay tuned. Dylan Fraser says, LOL, cyber, LOL. If him and I own the same stocks, I worry. Rich and I own same stocks, not worried at all, period. I appreciate that, Dylan. Shane MJ says, I'm thinking of loading up on BevCana. Do you think we've hit the bottom on this one? You know what? I like BevCana. I think they have a great future. I don't know if they hit the bottom, but I believe in the future they're going to go way higher. So I'd have to look at the chart and do more analysis. It's too new of a stock to say whether or not if it's hit the bottom because it's so new. So I'm not sure. But I think that they are going to have a great future. And stay tuned. I'm working on doing a tour of their facilities for BevCana. So stay tuned. That's going to be epic. Frank says, I've been trading AUSA, buying under $1. I loaded up 27,000 shares. I sell once it goes to 110, wait until it goes back down, and keep doing the same. It's been the trend. Bro, genius, Frank. You're 100% correct. AUSA goes to 90 cents, 95 cents, goes back up to $1.05, $1.10. Goes back to 90, 95 cents, goes back to $1.05, $1.10. It does it over and over and over and over. So you are 100% correct. You're definitely watching the market, my friend. Rob Cha says, hey, Rich, what do you think about silver stocks? I absolutely love silver and gold stocks right now. Keegan Webster says, I might sell my Hydro One safe position to buy some fire over the next few weeks here. I like fire a lot. Good thinking. They just come from the bottom recently. They were super cheap and just had a nice little bump up. John says, what do you think about TRST? I think TRST is in trouble. I would stay away from it personally, but you guys are willing to do whatever you want. I just don't need to hold stocks that are having that much negative press. I just don't like it. David James says, yeah, AUSAF has been a very nice, predictable trade for months now. Same with ELLXF, Alexinol. Thank you, David James. I need to look into Alexinol more. I've been looking at them a little bit, but I haven't really researched them. But I've seen their name around, floating around, so I definitely need to watch them more closely. iBoss416 says Ianthus. Big Zini says TRST weed is trash. Tried it disappointingly. Oh, that's interesting to know. Thank you for the feedback. Max Power says, I was in the Ontario Cannabis store in Hamilton today. They had weed from an LP in BC called Whistler, LOL. They're selling 3.5 grams for $84 because it's organic. Holy moly. Max Power. You guys kill me, man. You guys kill me. Oh, my goodness. Max Power says, for $84, I said, for that price, I better get strippers with that price. Oh, my God. Frank says, yeah, it's ready to go back up, AUSA. Easy money. Watching Rich has taught me a lot. I'm glad I'm part of this community. I'm a year into this and loving the ride. Hey, man, I'm glad that you're part of the community, Frank. Thank you for everything you guys do, man. You guys are a big part of this. And as I grow and as our community grows, hopefully you guys will grow. Your bank accounts will grow. Your knowledge of the sector will grow. Your knowledge of the markets will grow. And if you guys want to collaborate with me, let me know. I'll get you guys on the show. Like, I'd rather get you guys on the show than a YouTuber. That's why I've done videos with tons of members. I've done videos with Amanda, Nika, Andrew, so many members. And I want to help you guys get up there, right? Forget the other YouTubers. I want to help you guys rise up. You guys help me. I want to help you. It's a win-win, man. Without this community, I'm nothing. Leo the Landscaper says, it's coming, I promise. Pounding the table since 95 cents, LOL. Nice. Big Zini says, max power, LOL. LMAO, that's insane. I buy an ounce for 120, allegedly, of Loud Pack. Wow. Roy Yebut says, bought 50K shares of Zenibus at $2, down but being patient. Whew, that's a lot of Zenibus. But I think if you're patient, you'll do extremely well. That's very ballsy to buy $100,000 worth of stock, but I think that you will be rewarded for your patience. Max Power says, yeah, big. That's messed up. I ordered Bubba Kush from BC for 180 to my front door in 2 days. That's some pretty decent service. But if I told you guys the prices of what I get stuff at, it's just nuts. iBoss416 says, get some Bitcoins, buffet lunch on the 22nd. David James says, I have laptops in every main room of my home, so I never miss any level 2 action. I'm in the matrix. Yeah, I'm like that too, man. I got my desktop, I got my laptop, I got my phone, and then I got 2 other laptops, and I have them all over my place. So everywhere I go, I'm watching the markets, watching my social media, watching everything. It's crazy. And then when I'm in my car, I'm always on BNM Bloomberg. Always. BNM Bloomberg is my go-to because they've got a cannabis show and a cannabis education portion of their show where they talk about cannabis all the time. So I really, really like that. Big Zini says, for the record, I am not a fan of the AUAG stocks. I prefer to have actual gold and silver, but some of them are good. Yeah, I mean, if you're getting the real deal, you can't go wrong. Frank says, I'm watching BAM at these levels. It's close to $1. Worst case scenario, AUSA buys them. Not so risky, in my opinion. Yeah, that's definitely a good way to think. Max Power says, hits the like button. Yeah, we got 64 likes, guys. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Dan says, are you buying or holding any Meta? I am not, but I'm watching them closely because they are undervalued, in my opinion. Hudson Stobie says, what is the best way to get started in stocks? Okay, well, my opinion would be go to the bank, get a bank account first. That is a trading account. I use TD here in Canada. Get a trading account. And then before you even buy stocks, pick like 5 stocks you want to buy. And before you buy them, pretend you bought them on a Monday and just watch them all week and see how you did. Did you go up? Did you go down? Were your picks good? Were they bad? And that's a really good way to learn. And then once you start getting good at picking stocks that go up and pretend like you're going to sell, right? And then once you get good at buying them before they go up and you see that you can win, make a purchase. Make a small purchase. Don't invest a ton of money. Just make a small purchase, buy a stock, and then learn how to buy it and sell it. And just get good at doing that. And then as you get more and more comfortable and more confident in trading, then you can start investing more. That's how I would start. That's how I started initially. And now I've got like 110 grand in my trading account. And, you know, I'm pretty confident and comfortable with my trading, but I started very slow. And initially I started with even a practice account. You could even get a practice account and just trade with paper money. That's not even your own money. It's not even real. Tax says, Kevin got an ACB at $3 Canadian and did not sell when it hit 12 to 14. Instead, panic sold at around 7 instead or something. That boy is killing me. Yeah, I bet, but it's okay. You'll have another chance. Big Zini says, the whole point of silver and gold is to keep it stashed. When the lights go out, you have that, and cash is king, of course. I agree. Joe Cracker asks, what do you think about MedMen? I think MedMen has a great future. They've had some issues with management. They've got a lot of shares out there. They've had some issues with their spending. That's why the price is down. But I think they have a great future, and they will be one of the biggest players in America. And they already are one of the biggest players in America. Keegan Webster says, Rich, what are your safe bets when the market starts to go red, like past January? Cash, gold, dividend stocks, crypto. Stay in cash. Stay in cash. That's always cash is king. Infinite Possibility says, I bought an ounce for $80. That's not a bad price. It's pretty damn good. Max Power says, when I make it large, I'm going to BC. I've never been there. I'd like to meet you, bro. Show me the pot nation. We'll smoke a boatload of kush and shatter. Buddy, if you come out to BC, I could take you on a tour. It's like there's dispensaries everywhere downtown. Everywhere. And I'm talking about some cool places like the Amsterdam Cafe where you can walk in and you can like smoke weed with a whole bunch of people. And then they've got all these like cool little trinkets you can buy and you can use to smoke with. And then you go downstairs. They've got this cool little room where you can like order drinks and get food. And you can like do dabs and you can hit the vape bong and you can do vape shots and you can do just so many things. Like Vancouver is marijuana capital of the world. There's no doubt about it. Big Zini says, infinite possibilities, awesome, 100%. And everyone should be growing right now too. Yeah. You guys want to talk about growing? You guys want to talk about growing in my backyard? I got 5 acres. I got 5 acres to grow. And I'm working on getting licensed. Stay tuned. So yeah, I want to grow too. Big Zini says, backyards is on hold this year. Scott L says, 5-finger lids were only $15. Colombian gold in 1972. Wow. Leo the Landscaper says, when I sell my labs, we're going to go party together, Rich. Let's go, bro. Let's party. Let's party like it's 1969. Max Power says, I can get LS here for 900, but that's not quality. Not BC quality. Yeah, I bet. Mark Pepper says, like Fortuna Silver, FSM. Yeah, they look like they could be interesting. There's so many good mining stocks. Nudica says, you're right about gold. Fiore Gold has been on a run. Yeah, man. They're a good one. Keegan Webster says, there's the right way and the wrong way, and then there's the Max Power way. Homer Simpson. Frank says, why has Nelson Peltz been so quiet? What is the man doing? We need 2 billion injection from PNC, LOL, and the sector will explode. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Rui Pinero says, what about a tax-free account? Yeah, you can get a TSX account, a TFSX account, tax-free savings account. Big Zini says, great advice, Rich. Everyone should start by paper trading. Yeah, because you don't want to make mistakes with real money, right? Gary Bissonette says, yo, Rich, does your crystal ball say Canopy hits 62.50 at the end of October? Just asking. I think it goes higher. My crystal ball says it goes higher. Max Power says, Ontario pot is expensive even on the street. Stupid Ontario. Yeah, because they're getting it all from BC. Anthony Alvarez says, Rich, I believe the resurrection is coming. I think it will be a big event in the USA, like the States Act bill passes through Congress. I agree with you, bro. I think it's going to be epic. Tax says, I mean, at this starting up stage, isn't cash burn sort of expected for every cannabis company anyway? It is, but at the end of the day, when they want to make a point of it, they can easily point to that fact and short the stocks down. That's the easiest way to take them down. To talk about how much money they're burning. So that's just the strategy of the shorters. That's what they do. That's why I don't play that game. I just look at it as a buying opportunity. Max Power says, sweet CNAT, wait on hang with ya in BC, hit the dispensaries up. I don't drink, just smoke a lot. Yeah, I don't really drink much either. Most people that smoke, I know, don't drink a lot. But I will have some drinks here and there. I just don't like what it does to me afterwards. Frank says, I was at the TFC game yesterday at BMO Field. Everyone was smoking. It was great to see that. And I was great. And I was thinking great for my stocks. It's funny. They're all smoking at the TFC game, eh? Randy Ivanov says, what's up, Rich? What are your thoughts on Pump? I like Pump. I own them in the past. I don't own them right now because I don't like their share structure. So I'm trying to stay away from companies that have too many shares. I want to be buying tight float, tight float stocks with very tight floats. That's really what I want to hold, and that's what I want to buy. Hudson Stobie says, Rich is full of wisdom. Thank you, Hudson. I appreciate you. Anthony Alvarez says, Rich is the man. Thank you, Anthony. Mad respect to you, bro. Shelby says, what's up, Rich? How you doing, Shelby? We've been live for an hour and a half, so we're going to get off of this soon, guys, because all this talking about smoking is making me, you guys know, it's jonesing me. You guys are jonesing me. Nutica says, hey, Rich, why is retail stocks more undervalued compared to LPs? I think because retail stocks have a higher overhead because they have to pay rent and they don't have as much revenue and they don't have as much profit because they've got high expenses with their retail locations. I think that has something to do with it. But I believe there will be a place for them. Matthew Francis says, what do you guys think of TBP? I like TBP. I think that they have a great future. Frank says, Rich, we should all pool our cash and buy and sell together. We can all make cash, big money moving in and out. What do you think? One day when we're licensed legally to do that, that would be a good idea. Until then, I wouldn't do that because that would be considered illegal. And I won't do anything illegal. I've been in the markets too long, and I know what I can and cannot do. And I wouldn't do that unless we had our own fund. But one day I see us having our own fund. I see Rich TV community being a fund, and we will buy and sell stocks together. Yes, I see that happening one day, no doubt. Big Zini says TBP is shit in my opinion. Has to run eventually, but dang, chart sucks. I avoid that one. Hey, thank you for your feedback. Not everybody's going to agree on things. This is why we have this community here. It's good. If you guys think a stock is shit, tell us, please. Neurosis says, King Rich, what's up, gangsta? Oh, man, just chilling, brother. Just chilling. Diane says, edibles will be legalized in October, but won't be on the shelves till December. So what do you think the big bump might not be till December? I think it'll be in anticipation of that. So I think we're going to have a resurrection pretty soon. And I think it will go until I would anticipate early October. Then I think we're going to have it go down for a bit because there's going to be this lull until they're actually on shelves until December. So I think that'll be a catalyst for things to go down. It'll most likely go down probably like second week, third week of October until first or second week, maybe third week of December. And then I think we have another resurrection just like this year. Tax says shorting is market manipulation. I am 5 feet flat myself, but man, I do hate them shorters. That's funny. Shane MJ says, what cannabis penny stocks are you super bullish on right now? It's a good question. I did an interview, I interviewed Agriflora. I like them. I looked into High Tide. I like them. I like Meta. I think Meta is stupid undervalued. Stupid undervalued. I like North. I like Believe at 8 cents. I think that's dirt cheap. I got so many, man. I'd have to sit and really think about it. You're catching me like off the cuff. Dylan Fraser says, or maybe 2 bumps, someone said on here one day. Neurosis says, smash the like button for King Rich. Thanks, bro. Mad respect. We got 73 likes, man. I love that. Anthony Alvarez says, Rich, how is your son doing? He definitely is a chip off the old block, just like his dad, a go-getter. My son's doing great. He actually has a soccer tournament in America this weekend. He's doing a soccer tournament. So hopefully his team wins and they show well, and hopefully he shows well. Thank you for asking. I love it when you guys are talking amongst each other. Leo the Landscaper is asking, Neurosis, what's up, brother? I love you guys talk amongst each other here, man. This is your community, man. We are all one. I'm just one of 76 people. Ravenous Wolf says, when could Suniva make a big run? Their Cathedral City facility won't produce meaningful revenue until Q1 2020. I'm okay to wait for Q1 2020. I think that would be great. But they were at $5 in May. So they're at $2.40 right now. I mean, June, July, 2 months ago, they were at $5. My brain thinks if they're at $5 2 months ago, they'll be $5 in 2 months from now. That's just the way my brain thinks. They got a tight float. So I think they're going up. Max Power says, I got in at Xena at $2. If it hits 5, I make 20K. If it hits 10, I'd make 58,000. I hope for you, bro, it goes to 20. Ponce Papa says, I burnt up a whole bunch of free trades from TD Ameritrade days before the crash last October. Nitin Badja says, Drone Delivery Canada is up 7% today. They got some U.S. patent news. Thank you for sharing. Mike Bello says, what's your thoughts on what Bank of America had to say about ACB? Short cash flow and the price point. Do you think ACB will hit 13 again in 2019? I think they will. I think they will. I don't know if they'll stay there, but I think they will. Scott L says, when I was in the United States Marines in 1980, I was in the Philippines, gave this kid $5 to get me a little weed. He came back with about a quarter pound. Was it good? Damn. Big Zini says, Tal, that's funny. Hey, consider yourself tall compared to the shorter. Narosa says, I'm excited about the $15 million that Organigram has invested into chocolate for autumn edibles. I agree. I think it's going to be big. I think Organigram is going to be a huge player. Dylan Fraser says, what's the ticker for Drone Delivery Canada? Good question. Teflon Williams says, LLNKFVSBLTY. Does this thing break in the near future? I believe it does. Max Power says, I want to start a clone business. That's a very good business, Max. And if you can start a clone business, I can find you business, buddy. Guaranteed. Because that's a big business. Chris says, hello, everyone. How you doing, Chris? Big Zini says, gotta go. Thanks for streaming, Rich. Always good. Later, guys. See you later, Big Zini. Thank you for being here, bro. And if you want to come on the show, just email me at richtvlive@gmail.com and we can coordinate a time to get you on the show. Rui Pinero says, what are your predictions for Xena in December? Maybe $3 to $4? Yeah, that's about right. Max Power says, been growing 25 years now that the government is the drug dealer. That job's over with. But selling clones at 20, you could make some serious cash. Oh, yeah. Dan is asking, does Ill Kid invest? He does. Max Power says, I see Xena at $4 by October. Rui Pinero says, I hope. Gary Bissonette says selling at the price or holding max. MS Battery is asking about Canopy Rivers. I love Canopy Rivers. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. Nitin is saying Drone BC symbol is FLT. Thank you for sharing, Nitin. Neurosis is saying Organigram is planning on producing 4 million kilograms of chocolate edibles per year. That is going to be epic. Organigram is planning on producing 4 million kilograms of chocolate edibles per year. He says again. Dylan Fraser says, yes, I just went to look it up. Max Power says, I'm holding Xena till it hits 3. I'll make 6,500. I'm going to take $5,000 cash out and leave the remaining 5,000 shares to go to 10. That's a good strategy. Max Power says, I'm the clone master, bro. Wow, really? We got to talk. I'm talking to a lot of cannabis companies, man. Def4747 says, Max Power, just get me Xena at 250 by October and it'll be heaven. And I'll be in heaven. Oh, I bet. Max Power says, definitely when they get that license for Langley, I think it'll go way past 250. Yeah, I think it goes to at least about 225. That's what I'm thinking. Anthony Alvarez says, Rich, what are your thoughts on Alexinol? I got in at $1. They have been as high as $4 this year. I believe they're real right now. I think you mean a deal. I have to look into them more. I haven't really researched them much, but they look interesting. From the outside looking in, I need to learn more about them. I know nothing about them. There's so many companies, guys, but I will look into them. This is why I like to do this, is to learn about some of the picks you guys want me to learn about. Then I go back and do my research, and then typically that gives me a better idea of what the company's all about. Wow, you've been cloning for 20 years and you never lose any? That's special, man. That's special. MS Battery says, what's going on with Harvest One? Thanks. I think Harvest One had a nice run. They've come back a little bit. This might be a buying opportunity. I like them. I think they have a future, but I think they're going to most likely be a buyout target. Neurosis says, who here is digging Blueberry Medical in addition to me? You know, they look good, Neurosis. I'm definitely watching them, and I think that they have a great future. Aaron Alton is asking about C-Web. I love C-Web. I think that if we can get them under $20, they're a steal, and we've seen them as high as 32, and I think they'll go back there. Scott L says, thanks, Rich. Great show. Okay, guys, thank you guys for being here. I'm going to run. All this talking about weed is making me Jones. I want to go and have some fun too. So thank you guys for watching. If you're not winning, you're not watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. We've been live for 1 hour and 47 minutes, 79 likes, 66 people. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Let's get those winners, okay? I'll be in the markets again tomorrow, interviewing and doing another look at Patriot One Technologies tomorrow. And next week is going to be crazy. So many new companies, so many interviews. Stay tuned. Keep watching. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll be back soon. I promise. If there's any other picks you guys want me to look at, if there's anything you want to talk to me about, just email me, guys. I'm easy to talk to. richtvlive@gmail.com. I'm just an average guy, man, trying to do above average things. And without you guys, none of this is possible. If you guys want to come on our show, we can talk about it. I'd love to have your guys' perspective on our show. I want to get more and more members on the show. I really want to do that. I'm not really interested in talking to YouTubers anymore. I want to talk to the people and bring you to the public. So it's kind of something I've been thinking about a lot. So if you want to get on the show, if you have any ideas, if you think you're a good trader and you want to talk about certain things, just email me some of your ideas, concepts for a show, and we can do it, man. Thank you very much, guys. I love you guys. Have a great day. Tomorrow's Friday, TGIF. Weekend's coming. It's the summertime. Let's make that money. We had a red day today. Let's hope for green tomorrow. Keep your eye on Zuma Away Travel. Keep your eye on Labs. Keep your eye on the entire sector. Keep your eye on Aurora. Obviously, they went down, so they might go back up, or they might keep going down. Keep your eye on CanTrust. So many things going on, guys. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Peace. You the best. And the best is blessed. It's true. Peace.